Hollywood J. Black, and this is the Ovatyme Sports Show. Good evening, everyone. Let me get the microphone a little bit over, a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. There we go. We are live in full effect. Got to throw on my headphones a little bit. I'm supposed to have on my headphones already, and I don't. But this is the beauty of doing it live, is so that way I can always get it right, and nobody will know, right? So, anyways, this is the Ovatyme Sports Show. My name is Hollywood J. Black. We got a nice little slate of stuff going on today. You know how we always do. I always keep y'all in the loop, make sure that everybody's on point. I told you I was going to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You dig? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You dig? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I told you I wasn't going to be doing this BS, dealing with this whole microphone shit. I know I need to get a new microphone, but I got me some levels that I could check on my microphone live. So that way I ain't got to worry about this mess no more. So if my microphone ain't working immediately, just a little bit of tweaking, know what I mean? We back at it. So glad for those of us that are joining us live on Facebook, especially those of us that are going to be listening to the podcast later on. Appreciate y'all. Much love. So without further ado, let's get right down to business. Now, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, if you've been living under a rock. Your man's Urban Meyer. I think we talked about this. Oh, wait a minute. Before I even talk about Urban Meyer, we got to break this down, right? Guess what day it is? It's hump day. So on hump day, you need to be getting your motherfucking hump on. Grab your shorty. Grab you a nigga if you're into that shit. I don't agree, disagree, whatever. You do what you do. I don't care. Just be happy humping something or somebody, just as long as it's not something. We don't want you humping any animals, plants, rocks, trees. Stay off of that. That we don't want none of that. We want no ecosexuals in my timeline. That's just weird, right? I don't know. But anyways, it's hump day. Get your hump on. And I'm proud of you. You do your thing. But now, yes, let's get back to business. Let's talk about the Meyer of Urbans. So, the axe has fallen on Urban Meyer. The decision has been made. Urban Meyer has officially, let me throw my glasses on. He has officially been suspended for the first 3 games of the Ohio State football season. Officially has been suspended for the first 3 games of Ohio State's football season. Those 3 games are going to be against Oregon State, Rutgers, and number 16 TCU. Now, fully expected this to happen. We fully expected the suspension to happen, right? So amongst the suspension, a lot of people don't even realize there's a lot of mess and a lot of admissions that had to go in this, right? So apparently there was an admission that Urban Meyer knew about some strange behaviors of Zach Smith. One of those strange behaviors is that Zach Smith in 2014, y'all, 2014, this is 4 years ago, your boy Zach Smith, this assistant coach, spent a boatload of money at a strip club in Miami. He put it on Ohio State's tab. And he found out, that Urban Meyer found out about this and said that if it happened again, he would be fired. Now, this is something that should have been reported. Urban Meyer is one of them good old boys. He basically, your man Urban Meyer is basically getting punished for not snitching. Now, I understand. I think I talked about this a while ago, right? I said, all right, Urban Meyer ain't no snitch. Remember Florida. If anybody remember how things went down in Florida, You know how shit went down with with Aaron Hernandez, the brothers, the two brothers that played for Florida, the Pouncey brothers. You know, everybody knew how that shit went down, right? Everybody knew. Let me adjust my level. Everybody knew about the shit, how the shit went down with your boys. But yet, anyways, everybody knew how the shit went down. Nobody snitched on nobody. Urban Meyer covered up for everybody. Now, that's respectable because Urban Meyer is he's highly respected amongst African Americans. I mean, in Utah, keep in mind, he built a program in Utah that was based off of protecting African American. I mean, it was based off a lot of African American talent, an influx of African American talent. People wonder why. Well, how the hell did he turn a predominantly white program into one of the most successful places on earth to have a program with people that are predominantly black? And it comes down to one word, y'all. It came down to one word: trust. Urban Meyer wasn't one of those coaches who's going to rat out his players. He was one of those coaches that he going to pay you under the table. As long as you don't snitch on him, he ain't going to snitch on you. And he did it. He never snitched on anybody. I don't remember any time, anywhere, that anybody ever said that Urban Meyer was going to snitch on somebody. He always believed in having quarterbacks with integrity. He had Tim Tebow in Florida. He had Alex Smith down in Utah. Nobody ever snitched. So he had these quarterbacks with this integrity. And he had the goons, those defenders, running backs. I mean, he had those boys, right? I mean, you can't argue with the results that Urban Meyer presented. I'm not going to sit here and argue and be like, yo, Urban Meyer shouldn't have did this, this, and that. I understand where your moral compass lies. But at the time, we're talking about college football. I'm not excusing the Zach Smith shit, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. But the reason why people trust Urban Meyer, well, his players trust Urban Meyer, is because he ain't no motherfucking snitch. Now, that works when you're dealing with players. But the problem is that you can't do that with coaches. Because coaches, your assistants, the people under you, the people that you're grooming to be you, have to be the bearer standards. And that's the reason why this whole shit fell out of hand. That's the whole reason why. Urban Meyer trusted this man, Zach Smith. Zach Smith probably figured that your boy wasn't going to fire him, that he wasn't going to do anything, and that he wasn't going to snitch. And guess what, people? That is exactly what the fuck happened. It's exactly what happened. You know it. I know it. America knows it. Now, the question is that when Urban Meyer had the opportunity, he gave him opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And he still didn't snitch because we didn't know about any of the Zach Smith shit until his wife brought up the allegations that Urban Meyer knew. So the wife of Zach Smith, the chick that was being beaten by this dude, is the one that snitched and blew this whole shit out of proportion. That shows you how tight-knit that his whole circle was. Now, I talked about Title IX, and I talked about the violations and shit like that. They determined that he didn't violate Title IX, but he did violate morality clauses, and those morality clauses is what got his ass handed to him and got these 3 games suspended. I mean, what you gonna do? This is on Urban Meyer. This ain't on anybody else but Urban Meyer. He set the standard. He didn't snitch on nobody. But when you do shit like that, at some point, the chickens are going to come home to roost. Again, the chickens are going to come home to roost. And they did. And so now Urban Meyer has to take this L. He's got to deal with it. He's going to have to take this suspension. It's just going to be is what it is. What you going to do about it? So Urban Meyer, I know you shout out to my nigga that ain't never snitched. Urban Meyer, he ain't never snitched. He ain't never lost. So shout out. That's a real nigga right there. Urban Meyer's probably one of the realest niggas around, and you don't even know it. So keep in mind, we got to talk about Urban Meyer money now. She's going to lose out on some money. So he makes $7.6 million a year. Urban Meyer is going to lose a little bit of money, but it is what it is. I don't think they're going to get rid of Urban Meyer because I don't think Ohio State will ever be successful again if they get rid of Urban Meyer. His offense works in the conference that they're in. They consistently beat the top teams, and they're always in the conversation for the national championship. And that has only happened since Urban Meyer has been there. Remember, before that, the last time they were considered for the national championship was when your boy Troy Smith and Maurice Claret were there. You think about that. Remember the Maurice Claret saga? You remember that? And I don't even know who the coach was back there, but when Urban Meyer came over and took over, now he's the man. He's the man. That's what it is. He's just going to have to take this L. He's going to take one for the team. Again, shout out to you, the boy, Urban Meyer. It is what it is. Take this L. Your player's going to have your back because you ain't never snitched on him. And that's it. That's all you're going to have to do, bro. I mean, I feel sorry for you, but I don't. Because like I said, the chickens came home to roost. And that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? So if you ain't never snitched, Urban Meyer's your fucking hero. Congratulations, baby. All right, so let's get on to some NFL news. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing? All right, so this is what we got. So we got the Teddy Bridgewater saga. Teddy Bridgewater. Before I get on Teddy Bridgewater and the Jets, have anybody noticed this year that backup quarterbacks in these preseasons are coming out stunting? They coming out stunting. They ain't playing. Deshaun Kaiser. Remember the bust from Green Bay? I mean the bust from the Browns? He's out here stunting in Green Bay. Robert Griffin III, RG fucking 3. He's out here stunting on them, stunting on these hoes like this, stunting on that shit, right? Now we got Teddy fucking Bridgewater stunting on these hoes. Teddy Bridgewater's coming through. He wants a starting job. His value is at an all-time high. But the Jets want to trade him because they just drafted a quarterback of the future. That's got to be a damn shame, right? The problem is, and I talked to somebody about this earlier today, because we were talking about Colin Kaepernick. It's funny how these conversations come up when we're talking about Colin Kaepernick. And I was with my man Bruno, and we was talking. I said, this is the worst year for Colin Kaepernick to try and come back out in the football. I said, why? And I said, because Colin Kaepernick out here right now is trying to, in this way, there's no quarterback. There's no team right now that needs a quarterback. And there's not even a team that needs a second quarterback. I went down the list. I said, look at it. AFC East, Tom Brady, got Brian Hoyer in the backup. Tannehill and some other nigga they got. Buffalo, we already know the saga with your boy, I forget his name, but Josh, whatever the hell his name is. And then they got they trying to groom him. And then the Jets, they got 3 good quarterbacks on the roster. Go down to the AFC North. We already told you the saga that's going on with Jackson Flacco and RG3. We got Pittsburgh, they drafted the quarterback and they got Roethlisberger. And the Browns, they got their mans, Baker Mayfield. And the Bengals, they got Andy Dalton and another backup. Go through every conference. AFC South, Mariota, full in control of that job. And you know they ain't gonna bring down no Colin Kaepernick down to Tennessee. You already know that shit ain't gonna happen. You got the Colts. Andrew Luck is back. He's shaky, but he back. It's I mean, in the West. Only the team I think of the Broncos, and we already know how John Elway lied his motherfucking ass off about Colin Kaepernick. That shit ain't going down. You got Mahomes. He's straight in KC. Carr straight in the Raiders. Who else? San Diego, Phillip Rivers. He's good. Go to the West. We covered the whole AFC East. Dak Prescott, you know what I'm saying? His job is secure because he kissed Jerry Jones's ass. Eli Manning down in New York. Foles and Carson Wentz. They good. They straight. Who else? Redskins. Alex Smith. He's straight. He good. You ain't got to worry about him. I can go through all the conferences, but the story of the matter, the story of the situation will always be the same. Right now, it's the worst because we got some good young quarterbacks and we got some incumbent starters that have to prove themselves. But anyways, while I was going on that, we was talking about how good RG3 is performing. We was talking about how good Teddy Bridgewater is performing. These backup quarterbacks are coming through. The backup quarterbacks, we've seen what Nick Foles has done. We've seen what a Case Keenum can do because he was a backup quarterback last year too. We've seen it all. And now you got to look at it. These backup quarterbacks are out here doing their thing. And so now we got the Teddy Bridgewater saga, and they're looking to trade Teddy Bridgewater. ESPN talk about there's 6 trade destinations. You got to pay for the shit. Nah, fuck that. There's nowhere that he can go maybe outside of Denver. Past Denver, but Denver got Case Keenum. So where is he going to go? As a backup, I mean, he's a backup. He was a starting quarterback before he got hurt. This has got the inklings of Montana all over again. I mean, I'm not comparing the nigga to Montana, but this man was the incumbent quarterback before the nigga got his knee taken out and was out for a year and a half. That tells you everything you need to know. So what they gonna do? I'm hoping that wherever they send Teddy Bridgewater, the man gets a chance to start. Like it's got to be a good situation, a real legit fucking situation. I don't want Teddy Bridgewater to not be somewhere. That man needs to be somewhere. That's real shit. All right, so now, what else we got? We was talking about. Oh, so the Hard Knocks. I love Hard Knocks. Anybody been watching Hard Knocks on HBO? I hope you have, because Hard Knocks has been playing with the Browns, and you finally see the passion back in Hugh Jackson's eyes. They showed the meeting between him and Des Bryant. They filmed the meeting. You can see it. You can feel it in his bones. You can feel that this is going to be something different this year. We already done talked about it. We already done talked about the AFC North. I already feel that the Browns are going to win the AFC North. I know it's a weird thing, but I think this between the 2-30 record. No, I'm saying the 1-31 record, 1-31 over the last 2 years. This in itself is going to have to be the greatest single comeback in NFL history. I'm believing in that. I believe in the Cleveland Browns. I believe in the land. I think with LeBron gone, the new heroes of the land are going to be Cleveland. You can mark my words. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, y'all better be kissing my ass and be like, yo, Hollywood was right. Hollywood J. Black was right about the Cleveland fucking Browns. You gonna say you goddamn right I was. So now look at this. Look at this. So Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie has a job with the Oakland Raiders. Josh Rosen is hurt. He hurt his hand. That's their future QB. He's day-to-day, so we got to figure out what what's going to do. So the other side of this is Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack, who's been on holdout for the past God knows how long. He doesn't want to sign an extension. He wants the big money like he deserves. 3-time Pro Bowl. He's 6 years in the NFL, 3-time Pro Bowler. Always performs well. And the Raiders aren't willing to pay him the money. They're not willing to trade him. They're just going to let this man walk. Or put him on a franchise tag. Pay this nigga the maximum, right? I hate the franchise tag. Let me tell you why I hate the franchise tag. Because the franchise tag literally undermines the purpose of free agency. If you can't pay him and you don't want him, that's not on you. It's not on the team to be like, oh, we're gonna just pay this nigga the max this year till we figure out what we want to do. It's like bird rights, but more fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Bird rights is good because that means the team can add another year and be fine. But this is like fucked up bird rights. This is like anti-bird rights. This is like Sam Bowie rights, right? We're just gonna stick with this nigga and pay this nigga, even though we don't technically want him and we can't technically afford his ass. Fucking disgusting. Anyways, so they can't pay this man. The Jets then offered them a boatload. They don't want it. They won't take the offer. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. The Raiders need to take that offer and run. Or give this nigga the contract he deserves. I think they're pretty much insulting him by keeping this man where he is. Next on the news, Kenny Britt. Everybody remembers Kenny Britt. Texans wideout. Probably one of Steve McNair's favorite, or when he was young, or favorite receivers. But he's gone. They cut him. Snip, snip. Snip, snip. Snip, snip. He's gone. So he's gone. Cordarrelle Patterson made him expendable. So they've already done dropped a bunch of players. Kenny Britt became expendable. He gone, y'all. He gone. So who knows, though? You know how shit goes. They might bring him back with a couple injuries because he already knows the offense, that complicated-ass Patriots offense. So there's that. That's your little roundup for the NFL. Now we are on to the PGA FedEx Cup. This is for you, Chris Miller. This is for you, dog. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit of golf, if you will. So, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about golf. So, my man, Tiger Woods, this is basically like the pay-per-view preview. And I think I told everybody about this, but if you missed the breaking news on the Simple Black Entertainment Ovatyme Sports Show, then you suck. I gave you breaking fucking news like 2 weeks ago. Breaking fucking news, and you didn't pay attention. So Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson are going to have a pay-per-view match as they settled on $9 million, winner-take-all pay-per-view event at Shadow Creek in Las Vegas. I would love to be in attendance to go to Vegas for that one. I thought, but it's not. He's not. So your boy Phil Mickelson is out here cutting promos, y'all. Phil Mickelson out here cutting WWE promos. Let me see if I can pull up the video. Let me see or some audio or something. Let me see what we got. See if I can pull it up for you. Hold on, turn it down. We'll turn it down. I'm going to see if I can get some video for y'all or some promo. Here we go.
Skin with 15,000 V-Bucks for free.
Here we go.
Well, it's for many years, he's gotten the better of me, right? But Friday night, it's going to be the easiest 10 mil I've ever made.
So when
you hear him?
Everyone keeps asking me smack talk.
I'm okay at it.
Yeah, we're out here. Phil Mickelson out here cutting promos, y'all. He said it's going to be the easiest $9 million he ever made. This nigga out here cutting promos. Phil fucking Mickelson. Let me see. I want to see the Tiger Woods promo. Put some smoke on it. You know what I'm saying? What he needs to get the WWE writers to help him cut a promo. That's what I want to see. I want to see the WWE style promos on the way to this pay-per-view. This shit's got to be fucking ridiculous. I love it. It's got to be so ridiculous. I told you I'm excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. I told you. These Phil Mickelson promos is going to be lit. I said they need to just start. Triple H needs to get on the phone. Be like, hey, I got you, right? I got you. I'm going to help you cut the promos. We're going to put them on deck. Put them on the video. I would love it. That should be so lit. have like vignettes and shit with the fall and rise again of Tiger Woods. Phil Mickelson being all cocky and shit. Ric Flair. I want to see some Phil Mickelson, Ric Flair promos. That shit's gonna be so lit. I would love it. Let me do it. Let me do it. If you don't want to do it, let me do it. That should be fun. I would fucking enjoy it. So, the reason why we're talking about that because the FedEx Cup is coming up. We know that we're going to be looking at Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods. I'm loving it. This is, like I said, a preview to their match. They're not even worried about championships or money anymore. This is 9 million winner take all. This setting up the match. We got August, September. We got 3 months. Thanksgiving weekend. So after you have your turkey and you go Black Friday shopping, you can watch Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods go the fuck at it. I gotta love it, man. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody got their little opinion. I fucking love it. I just want to be there. I want to be in Vegas for it. Somebody book me a flight to Vegas. I want to be there. I want to do video. I'm gonna try to do interviews and all that shit. That shit's gonna be fucking fun as hell. I don't care what anybody say. This is lit. I don't care what the WWE got on TV or nothing. Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, pay-per-view winner take all is probably got to be the best thing since sliced bread. I fucking love it. Told you, I got the smile on my face. Every time I talk about it, I always got this damn smile on my face. It's because it's fun. It's fucking fun to watch these two men, like, golfers in their prime, and they're doing their thing, and they're happy about it. They're having fun. You can't knock it, man. I don't care what anybody says. You can't knock that shit. But anyways, so peep game, we got the FedEx Cup. Watch it. I think I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna see if these two men are gonna be good enough for me to spend my pay-per-view dollars on. If the pay-per-view is like $10-$20, I might just throw the bread at it just to have it, and I'll record it. You know what I'm saying? I'll go back to it a couple times. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. If I can't go out there, I'll throw bread on the pay-per-view. What else we got? Let's see. We got some NBA news here. Let me see. NBA. Oh, so Manu Ginobili's pondering retirement. I look at it like this: if he retires, if he retires, Manu Ginobili, without a doubt, to me, has probably had one of the most successful careers that you can ask for out of a shooting guard. That's real shit. I mean, how many titles does this man have? Like 4 or 5? 4 or 5 titles? Manu Ginobili representing his country through and through. I mean, he did it. Manu Ginobili did the damn thing. And you gotta love it, man. You gotta love the Argentine phenom, man. He's so awesome. And then Kenneth Faried got arrested for pot possession. You already knew that man was going to get popped for pot possession. I mean, he got that Ricky Williams look on his ass. So that is what it is. What else? I mean, that's it. I mean, also, for those that battle with mental illness, right? There's a little thing on ESPN that talks about, it's a great story. I watched it too. It talks about how NBA players are battling mental illness. If you battle mental illness, or you know somebody that battles mental illness, go ahead and watch the video. Go ahead and watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll really like it. My wife, she suffers from mental illness. She has depression and anxiety. My son suffers from ADHD. I suffer from ADD from time to time. That's why I can't sometimes get my thoughts together, but I love it nonetheless. I think my daughter probably suffers from anxiety. I know a bunch of people that suffer from it. I suffer partially from PSD due to that bullet I took in the back of my head. And that's not a joke, man. But if you know anybody that has mental illness and you kind of want to know how they cope with it, watch that ESPN special. I really do. Normally I'd be hating on ESPN all day long, but go ahead and watch it. I think you'll be thoroughly amazed. All right, so another thing, I mean, it's NBA, but not NBA related, right? So my man Kobe Bean Bryant, my nigga, right? I got his jersey sitting in my closet. I bought one when he retired. Kobe Bryant you know how he has his little sports thing that he does. We talked about basketball, where he talks about players that impress him and inspire him to do that to be a better person and a better player, and that who he feels that should inspire others to do it. Kobe Bryant did one of his shows on Diana Taurasi. Now, Diana Taurasi, point guard, Phoenix Mercury. Probably one of the greatest female point guards of all time. And you could probably even bundle her and take away the female side of it and say one of the greatest point guards, and you probably get the same thing. Regardless of how you personally feel about the NBA, I guarantee Diana Taurasi will ball all y'all cats up every single day, twice on fucking Sunday. Diana Taurasi is a fucking beast. She's a shooter. She's an assistant. She's a killer. And Kobe Bryant did a whole promo on her, talking about her confidence, talking about how he loves what she does. And it makes me wonder, we should be doing this? This might be something. If you can get Kobe Bryant and other players to acknowledge how special the WNBA players are, we just might be able to get somewhere. I think I like this. I like how this looks. It's inspirational because I would love to have more eyes on the WNBA. Part of it is selfish because Las Vegas has a WNBA team, and I want them some eyes to get on them. But that's not the other side of it. I've always been a fan of fundamentals basketball. I've always felt that a really good team of WNBA players could school fundamentally. If they're tight knit as a team, they could really school somebody. You know, fundamentals are big in basketball. I played basketball for a little bit in high school. I sucked at it because I lack discipline. That's why I love football. I don't need basketball discipline to play football. I need football discipline, which is only knowing where to block and knowing where to run over somebody when I have the ball. But past that, I mean, I like this. I like what Kobe Bryant is doing. I like what Kobe Bryant is bringing attention to how wonderful these WNBA players. And I think using Diana Taurasi as a starting point is probably the best thing that he could have done. And I think it's going to be a great thing for the WNBA. And I like it. I love it, right? So, with that said, we got to talk one more thing. So let me bring up the Ovatyme Sports Show logo. Not logo, but got a thing because I'm done talking that. So, for those that don't know, my shit cut out last week. I mean, not last week, on Monday. So I wasn't able to talk about this clearly. So, the Ovatyme Sports Show. And my microphone keep moving now. That's kind of shitty. So the Ovatyme Sports Show is now everywhere. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on Twitter. We are everywhere. But the best part about the Ovatyme Sports Show is that we're live on podcast now. We are podcasting. So I told you that if you hate my ugly face and you can't stand my ugly ass, that you can find me on Anchor, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, and a couple other places that I can't remember the name of right now. But you can find us there. The NFL shows are there, and now the Ovatyme Sports shows are there. I love it. It's a new breakthrough. Slowly but surely, the Ovatyme Sports Show train is chugging along. It's chugging, it's chugging, it's chugging. And eventually, you ain't going to stop it. And I love it. You ain't going to be able to stop the train. The hype train is here. We pulled into the station. Either you get on the train or you step off the stop. But if you don't get on now, if you don't get on the Ovatyme Sports Show train now, I promise you, we ain't coming back around again. The only thing that's going to be left for you to get is back on the bandwagon. Ain't shit on the bandwagon. We got caviar in the main cab of the train, yo. The bandwagon just got a side hustlers and shit. We got dumb motherfuckers back there. Don't get on the bandwagon. Get on the train now. Get on the Simple Black train now. Because when this shit goes worldwide, I'm taking all y'all motherfuckers with me. That everybody that want to sit in VIP, I'm gonna take y'all with me. I promise you that. So make sure you check us out. Like I said, I'm gonna throw some links up on there. I'm gonna throw some links up on the YouTube page too. I know my man Big Sin said he's gonna do some editing before he wants to throw it on YouTube. I said I can't do that. I ain't got time for all that mess. So Big Sin, if you're watching this video post-production, it's going on YouTube so I could then take the audio to go on the podcast and do my Thug Thizzle. And then if you can edit it from there, you do you. I appreciate you. Big Sin's been doing the work, y'all. Let me tell you something, right? Big Sin has been working overnight and coming home and has practically been teaching himself video editing 101. I appreciate that. That's much love. He's been, I don't know if you've been on the Simple Black Entertainment channel page, he's been doing his thing. You got to shout out to my man Big Sin. Give him like 3 claps. So shout out. So now, this is where the train pulls away from the station, and we got to go. So Friday, we'll be back. Oh, shit. I forgot. How the hell I done forgot about the whole NFL thing. Hold on, wait. Real quick. I got to run down the games because we got games coming up because we know the games start tomorrow, and I'm not doing a show tomorrow. So I got to talk about the schedule. All right, let's do it. Let's run it down. So we got Philadelphia. No. What we got next? Week three. All right. So tomorrow, no, I'm not late. Tomorrow we only got one. No, shit. What the fuck? Preseason week 3. All right. So not bad. So tomorrow we got one game on deck. So tomorrow, since I'm not going to be around, make sure you watch Philadelphia at Cleveland. We got to figure out what the fuck that Philadelphia is going to do at quarterback. And we're going to see Baker Mayfield make a bigger impact and see what the hell he's going to do. So we got that. Friday, we will go over the preseason games for the weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we got a whole slate of games. We good, love, enjoy. But we'll talk about that on Friday. Philadelphia, Cleveland. Big thing tomorrow. Go ahead and watch it. But anyways, I am your host with the most, with a lot of bag and a lot of boast. I ain't got no toast. But I'm your man, Hollywood J. Black. And this is the Ovatyme Sports Show. And we are out this bitch. Deuces!